Hi, my name is Mahbub Haq and this is my implementation of eGuard. Now, before I begin, the backend code for this, it is a framework that I am using from Telerik. It is called Fiddler Core. Basically, what it does is it transforms your computer automatically into a proxy. So all HTTP connections have to go through this before they are handled through the server. Now, everything is done here automatically, but Windows, in order for Windows to trust Fiddler Core to allow the decryption of HTTPS traffic and SSL, a certificate needs to be installed in the cert store of Windows. So that is what is going to happen when I first run this application. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to go through a rundown of the application before I start talking details about the code and my design patterns. I'm going to basically run down through the application, make sure it meets all our requirements, and then we'll talk further about the other things in here. So I'm going to go ahead and start. Now, before we begin, of course, suppose I am the parent, I just installed this application. There are no users for it. So this is our first time installation. You actually cannot continue. If you press X here, the application will actually exit all of it. You cannot continue unless you add a user. So I'm just going to go ahead and add one. Here, password is testing123. Testing123. Done. It's there. I'm gonna X out now. Gonna log in with my new credentials. Now it's gonna take a while to load the certificate here, and here we'll see you're about to install a certificate from a certain authority, and this is Fiddler Core. I'm just gonna go ahead and yes, I trust the certificate. It is now installed. Now, this is the basic main menu of the application. I have 3 buttons for the basic and the most major components here. So, gonna go through the configuration first. So here is all the sites in our blacklist, which is empty. Here will be all the sites of our whitelist, which is empty. Our categories, I already pre-filled it a little bit with the blue coat. I didn't put all of it down. I just put a little bit of each. I mean, I put every category in one side of each category. Black keyword, there's nothing there. Internet time control, nothing there. I'll talk into this later. Settings. Now, since this is a school project and since eGuard or myself do not have my own mail server, basically what I put in here is you can give your existing email address. So it could be your Gmail or your lab. Basically, I need something that can send an email. Okay, and that is what's going to go here. So I put in my credentials for my Gmail here already. And then receiving email is who to send the email to. Okay, ideally eGuard, in a real world situation, ideally eGuard has their own mail server. So all these options will not be there ideally. And users will just have to put in their receiving email. So anyway, I have this all set here. I'm just going to go ahead and X out. I'm going to pull up our requirements here. So I'm just going to go ahead one by one. The reports, you see the button in the main menu, reports, which I will go over later. The eGuard shall keep a local database. I will also go over my database design. The eGuard shall allow parents to configure the setting. I will show how I secured that. For any website, a child is on the eGuard. Okay, so here is our main requirements. So our first one, if within time allowance, check blacklist and whitelist to disallow or allow. Okay, so let's go in here. Configure. Let's just go into my categories. There's a social networking site I want to block. Let me just see if it's not already there. So face. Okay, let's say my blacklist. I want to add MySpace.com. Okay, well, let's put the name as whatever we need. MySpace.com. This is the URL. Basically, I added in a name. If users decide to put a more meaningful name rather than the URL, if they wish, this is nothing too important. The URL is what is important here. So MySpace.com. And whitelist, so remember we go through in a chain here, right? So I implemented this as a chain of responsibility pattern. It will go through a chain. So first it'll go through a blacklist, then the whitelist, then the categories. So let's put nga.gov into our whitelist. So basically this will get executed first. It will see that it's in the whitelist and it'll allow us. So let's put in whatever, nga.gov. Okay. So let's go here. So blacklist, MySpace is blacklisted. Let's go here. MySpace, we are expecting it to be blocked. eGuard error, it has been blacklisted. Site has been blacklisted with administrator MySpace.com. Now, our whitelist, so nga.gov, it should allow us to go. Yep, it allowed us. So we have that. What is our next requirement? I'm trying to go through this a little quickly. Check local database if the site belongs to any category. So we just checked here in the configuration that in the social networking we have already facebook.com blocked, right? So we should not be able to go here. It should say category blocked instead of blacklisted. It's category blocked. So let's go here. eGuard error, category blocked. This site is under a category that is blocked by Facebook, and it's under the category social networking. Okay, so that's what it was under, right? Social networking. Okay. If LocalDB doesn't have information about the site, go to sitereview.com. Okay. To see if it is a category that is blocked. So, social networking. I'm going to remove this. I'm gonna go ahead and remove it. Social networking. So we still have social networking as a blocked category. So when we go to site review here, facebook.com, it should still be blocked, right? Because it is, we go to site review will say that the category is social networking, and social networking here we have it is blocked. So, and in the requirements we say that it should also update our database so that it automatically puts it in there next time. So what we are expecting to see when we go to facebook.com is it should be blocked, and then when we come back here to configuration, it should be added here automatically. So let's do that. So I'm just going to go ahead and open a new session here on Facebook. Now, reviewing another request, what this basically is there are tons of HTTP requests that go. So when you go into a website, it's not just the website URL that is being requested. There's so many other smaller requests, okay, like that JavaScript performs. So basically, I do not want to overload Blue Coat and then allow it to block your IP address, because if too many requests go there, it'll block yours. So basically what I did here, if a site is already being reviewed, we cannot send another request until it is finished. This is the main reason for reviewing another request. So I'm just going to go ahead and press F5, just refresh. No, category by, so I went to, you see took a little bit more time is because it went to site review, it parsed the HTML that was returned, and the site falls under social networking. So if go back to configuration, what we expect in categories is Facebook to be added under social networking automatically without our need, and it has been right there. Okay, so that's that. Now, if HTTP site can't tell the category of the site, block it and put the site in unidentified category. And when it is in the unidentified category, the parents should get an email about it. So I expect an email to be given to me about a site that is not reviewed by site Blue Coat, and it should put it in unidentified category. So let's go over here. I'm going to put in some random IP address. That's my IP address. Let's put 3. This is random. Site review has Blue Coat should have nothing on this. Press enter. Let's give it, there we go. Category blocked. This site falls under a category that's blocked by the administrators of this computer. You know, it is unidentified. Now, if I go, if you see, if I go back to my email, well, it came up right here. So if I go to my email, we can see here the email that came. Subject line, I put eGuard as unidentified URL browsed. Here's the title. Here is the host name, and here is the URL that was blocked. And then I put a little message here. This has been added to the unidentified category in eGuard. You may change this at any time. So let's go back here. I do need a refresh here. So let's reopen, go to categories. In unidentified category, we see that it has been added. Okay, so that is our requirement fulfillment there. Now, what else? If it doesn't belong to any blocked category or unidentified category or anything, allow the visit. So let's go to social networking here. Let's remove the entire thing. Yeah, let's remove the entire category. So we're going to delete. So now I should be able to go to Facebook, right? It's not in blacklist, and I will go check site review, and it'll see that it is it falls under social networking, but social networking is not a blocked category. It should allow the visit. So let's do Facebook.com now. Facebook.com. This site has already been blocked. Well, I guess we cannot browse it because I do have a system where I do not send too many requests. If I already blocked a host name, you know, don't go through that bother going through all the information again to, you know, do it all over again. Okay. you need to restart of the application for this to go away. So let's take away abortion. So I should be able to go to gynpages.com. I should be able to go there. So I'm going to delete the entire category. It's not there. So let's do this. gynpages.com. I should be able to go. Let's give it a minute. It's probably going to site review, checking everything. Oh no. So this also has a health category. Okay. Well, let's find one more. Let's see. nga.gov. This is whitelisted, right? So let's delete it from here. Let's go into categories. NGA. Where's that? NGA. Well, let's do ebay.com. At least this one, hopefully. NGA.com and eBay. We remove those. Let's try those. So it looks like abortionclinics.com falls under health and abortion. So let's do ebay.com. We should be able to go here at least. Unless there's another category for eBay that is also blocked. No, it isn't. So let's allow the visit. We're in. Yeah, so Blue Coat basically has multiple categories defined for a website. So basically we met all the requirements here, except for there's one that I did not check, which is the keyword, blocked keyword. So let's just do it real quick. Blocked keyword, let's just add a real quick keyword, Twitter. Okay, so we should not be able to browse Twitter now. Let's go to twitter.com. It should say blocked keyword. The site URL contains a blocked keyword, which is this part. Okay, so we have that. So basically we met all the requirements, and that is that. So let's get a little bit into some other stuff here. So this is a report that should generate all the websites that was viewed, and you can select which date you want. Okay, so let's do for today. Let's click on generate, and these are all the sites that came up for and how long we were there. So here on the left side is the host name, and on the right side all the websites within that host name. So for an instance, this is our ir.ebaysite.com, and then we can see all the sites under these that the user has browsed and at what time the request was sent for this. Now the basic algorithm I'm doing for duration is easy. It's first request minus last request. There really is no way to keep a track of the session, the duration of a session, right? You can only know when a request has hit. You can't know how long a session is alive. So that is my basic algorithm there. So let's get out of here. I'm going to quickly go through my code a little bit. So for the handling, let's go ahead and start the application so we can browse everything. Oh no, I already X out, did I? Yes. So for handling the URL request, what I implemented was a chain of responsibility. So here we instantiate everything, and here I am setting our successors. All right, so I explained this in the attachments here. So basically we do this by order. So blocked keyword handler, if it can't handle it, then set it to a successor. So let's go to blocked keyword handler here. So we check it, if it can handle it. If it sees that the URL was not blocked, it will go to its successor, which is the internet time handler. Oh, that's another one I forgot to put in, but basically works the same way. Just to save on time, I'm not going to display this one, but it does work. You may run the program and check this for yourself. But the internet time control, if it doesn't go, it'll return the successor, and so on and so forth. Okay. I also implemented another pattern, which would be the singleton and the facade pattern. So let's go into security ops here. We can see here I did a private instance. It is a private constructor, and the only way to get to it is through this public property. Okay, so that is a singleton, and then this class manages these two objects here. So the client is never aware of these two objects. So if I ever want to encrypt a string, I just put it in here, and then we do the operations necessary to get the string ready, and then we let the encryptor encrypt it, and that is what we return to the user. Now I do have a few other patterns which are described in the attachments that I have uploaded, so you may review those. Time is getting a little short here, so let's just go quickly to the database design. Let's go here. Where is it? Okay, so this is a SQLite database, of course, local. I'm using Firefox extension here for the SQLite manager. So here I have a table of blacklist. So let's just do a quick select from blacklist. Okay, so here we had only one. So I put in an ID, date created, active, and all whatnot. Blocked categories. So these are the categories, and then blocked category sites. We'll have all the sites here. So let's just look this. Blocked category sites. So we have a lot. Basically, here it is. It contains a foreign key to this table, the blocked categories, the blocked category ID. Blocked keywords, browse sites, internet time, users. You may notice in users, we do have the password hashed. We do have the password hashed here, salt with the salt. One more functionality that I had inputted here, so let's just run this real quick one more time that I wanted to show. When you are giving this to your children, what you can do here is minimize this. Okay, it'll go right here to the bottom right. It'll be in there, and then in order to get back to this, I mean, your child cannot just double click on this. You have to re-enter everything before you can go back in. So I'm just gonna go ahead, testing 1 2 3. So this way it is secure. Only the people with the username and password can get to it. So that is my lengthy presentation. There is a lot more here that I wanted to discuss, but I have everything written down in my patterns in the text file. You may run this application at your own convenience. I will put in a fresh database in here. Just make sure to install the certificate on your machine, and then you may run the application. All right, that is that. Thank you.